Have you ever seen this image before? I can't tell you how true this is. Everyone's kind of like on the elephant, but depending on their perception, they see it different. One person thinks it's a spear, one person thinks it's a fan, one person thinks it's a rope. And this is how people, human beings in life, tend to really go about their life, thinking life is like this. Oh no, life is like this. Oh no, 10 years later, once they evolve, they're like, no, life is like this, right? I was totally wrong 10 years back, whatever it may be, right? Depending on a level of awareness and perception, human beings see life as a reflection of themselves in that way. And this is why it's important for you to become self-aware, to notice the weaknesses you may have, the things that's holding you back without realizing that you're totally blind to. Because one thing your psychology is amazing at making you do is to repeat the thought processes. And so we're almost like a hamster on a wheel. And your psychology wants to prove you right. That's the ego doing its work. And as a result, if you don't regularly have practices in place for you to become more self-aware, there's a slight chance this might be the very thing that's stopping you from advancing to that next level. And that's why I just want to quickly share with you the 3 things that I've been doing since beginning of the new year. In fact, I'm a go-getter. I'm not sure about you. I take a lot of action. I purposely have taken a lot of like non-actions this week, right? Just kind of like pausing and just not doing anything, just reflecting and just thinking. I've been doing these 3 things a lot, okay? And so the first thing I've been doing that you can consider is reflecting. And by reflecting, I mean meditating, so calming the thoughts. Because one thing that you always notice is you cannot become self-aware if you've got a cluttered mind. And the problem with a cluttered mind is it'll get you very, very much almost like superglued to your beliefs and the thoughts that's happening in your mind. And if you haven't calmed these thoughts, it's very hard for you to let go of these thoughts. And the reason why it's important for you to let go of thoughts and train your mind to let go of thoughts through a meditation practice, turning that into a habit, is because you are not your thoughts. You are not your belief. People say, they assume that everybody sees the world as they do. So you may think, I see the world as you do, and people around you, think the same as well. But in reality is we don't. We see the world as we are. And this is why when you were a baby or teenager, you will see the world, you pay attention to things differently, right? And a local, for example, would pay attention and behave differently from a tourist, for example. So life is a reflection of us. And right now, if you're struggling to scale your business, or if right now you're struggling to find the love of your life, whatever it may be, whatever problem you may be experiencing, it all comes back down to us in terms of who is to blame. It's always ourselves, because it's the way we are interpreting the event that's determining our reality. And that's why it's important for you to just stop, reflect. And it's hard for me to do. People think I'm a Zen monk, maybe because I'm Asian, right? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't like meditating. All right, it's like I love to take action. I'm not sure about you. So the last thing that's going through my mind is I want to stop. But the more I stop, the more I just really question, what am I believing in this situation? And when I just ask myself quality questions such as, what beliefs do I need to let go of? Is this story serving me? And when I realize all belief is a certainty of a feeling of what something means to me. That's all it really is. A collection of stories that have shaped your belief, meaning your beliefs will change as you go on. But the question is why wait for that to happen? Why not make it happen now? People wait, decades to evolve, but you can evolve by purposefully just reflecting more every single day. So that's the first point. The second point is to ask for feedback. To become self-aware, you want to consider asking people around you who know you for feedback, because they may see some blind spots that you may not be paying attention to. And if you are a leader right now and you've got some followers, you've got some staff members, whatever it may be, ask them for feedback. And it will hurt, of course, because your ego wants to protect you, but you just got to shut up and just listen. You want to ask the following question. How do you see me currently limiting myself? How do you see me currently limiting myself? Ask that to the people who you care about, the family members, staff members, your team members, and you'll notice after a while there's a pattern that emerges. And these are the blind spots that you can immediately work on, the things that's holding you back. And so we did this actually at the retreat. You may be aware we hosted our first Success Insider retreat last month. Wow, can't believe it's just last month. And we were asking people around us, for the feedback. We were asking even the team members. Everybody was asking everybody, and we began to note down the patterns that people began to see. And it was an interesting exercise. So go ask everybody. In fact, even ask somebody you've met at a networking party. What was the initial impression you had of me? And what's really freaky is people who don't even know you sometimes, they may even see these limiting factors just the way you present yourself. And so it's a really interesting exercise. The third thing is something I've been doing a lot of since starting the new year, is taking personality tests. And there are a lot of personality tests that you can take online, and it's freaky how good some of them are in terms of just spotting your blind spots immediately. So the one I took beginning of the new year is called Enneagram, so spelled with an E, Enneagram. I might be saying it wrong, but go check it out on Google. You can find the test online. It doesn't take too long, but they say it's equivalent to sometimes even 1 to 2 years of psychotherapy. That's how accurate some of these personality tests are. And so consider giving some of these steps a shot inside it, because I find every single year when I'm looking to scale my business, one thing I'm looking to scale first is myself. Because at the end of the day, remember, you are the vehicle that gets you to that destination. So you got to make sure you fuel yourself well. You got to make sure you look after yourself well. And you got to make sure that you've checked all of the blind spots. Just like a supercar that's about to race on the track at full pace, it can't have any loose spots, right? Otherwise, when it goes round and round, some fault might happen. And in regards to human behavior, what that looks like is sometimes overwhelm or stress, anxiety, you name it. So make sure you're in full check by just stopping more often. And if for those of you who haven't yet started like a journaling practice, I highly suggest it. This is the Success Insider Journal. You're more than welcome to download it. I'll leave a link in the description box below. It's a free download. These are the questions I ask myself every single day. Or you can go directly to our website to download it, which is www.successinsider.tv/journal. Turn it into a habit every single morning, and you'll find just stopping it just for 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes out of your busy day. You'll notice it makes a huge, huge difference in the long run. Hope you found today's video helpful. Insider, let me know in the comments box below, which of the 3 steps are you going to take action on? And as always, follow your heart and take action and go live the life you're truly born to live. Speak to you very soon.